Aloha, I'm Prema Devi and I'm super excited about doing a YouTube video to talk about my retreat that's coming up January 16th to January 22nd in Maui. I get to finally come back to Maui and have a reunion with the island and friends, as well as bring people from Sonoma County here in California to my love, Maui. I just want to share in this video why we go on retreat for those of you that are interested in coming and those of you who are coming. In this world of modern technology and popular culture, we're so distracted with advertising and marketing, sensory overload basically, and it's very difficult for us to afford time for mindfulness practices where we become empowered again in our own self, in our own true self, to know our purpose and what we need to be doing in our day-to-day life. We can often become distracted and thrown off that path or never find it. So coming into retreat, we're withdrawing from the world to come inward. And with the ancient science of yoga and with food as medicine, we can take these two things and really cultivate within us the ability to direct our attention the way that would best serve our highest potential. That being said, on the retreat, I'm so excited. We're going to also be able to go on 2 excursions through the island to some very sacred places. The land will be so healing. The water is so healing. The wind, the elements. And so what we will be doing is, one, we'll have 2 workshops. And the first is Transformation for the Heart of Yoga, going through the 8 limbs of yoga, where we take the first limb and we talk about purifying the thoughts in our minds, controlling the quality of thoughts that we allow and not allow in our mind. Second, yoga asanas, which everyone's familiar with yoga classes, but specifically really coming from the understanding that these yoga poses are meant to balance our internal energies, which in this lifetime, because of the duality of our existence, can become imbalanced. And so we often feel this in our body and our mind as tension, discomfort, stress, physical misalignment. So we'll be utilizing the poses to gain better control over that energy. Also going into pranayama, breathing techniques, enhancing concentration, and training our minds to go into a more meditative flow where we go from the normal beta waves of day-to-day life to a deeper resonance with the universe, into theta, alpha, theta, and deeper. Ultimately, the goal of yoga being union, being a state of oneness within ourselves and with all things for all time, and being able to hold that through twice daily meditations, coming into the laboratory of our mind-body system to hold that space, to train ourselves, to track ourselves, to hold that space where we're in greater union with the intelligence of the universe, with the absolute designer of this creation. And then I'm excited because the second one is my love of food, and food is medicine, eating is a ritual. What we put into our bodies can either encourage the states of union and bliss and purpose and help us to fulfill our purpose, or it can absolutely discourage and oftentimes demolish our body-mind system in such a way that there's such degradation and sluggishness in the body that People suffer from depression and anxiety and a lack of meaning. The food we eat has a huge effect on this. So coming into retreat, we're moving away from the modern distractions and of the sensory overload of our world today, and coming within, a much needed practice. With the community support and with the beautiful land that we're going to be on, Pahana Farms, North Shore Maui, cliffside, all ocean views, we're going to be able to cultivate the practice and gain control over our relationship to food, thereby becoming more empowered within ourselves. And as an ex-high school teacher, this is what I saw. And as I come into greater healing service with others, this is what it boils down to, is the lack of empowerment in our lives. So coming on retreat, we're here to become, we're taking the retreat to become empowered again in our true essence, which in yoga they say is divine. Our essence, our being, our nature is divine. And so please come. It'll be a very amazing adventure, an amazing journey, and super transformative for myself as a teacher. So I welcome you to join us. If you can't join us on retreat, the full retreat, to come for the day or evening workshops and to join us in some celebration in our evening socials and entertainment. To honoring our body and our mind as a temple vehicle for conscious development and greater union. Namaste.